Krásne symbolické. Vítajte. Ďakujem za
Že se mi 11 let. Buradan çok net çıkıyor. Tanıdık yok.
Dear colleagues, dear friends, after 3 years of break caused by the pandemic, I'm happy to welcome you at our celebration of the 30 years anniversary of adoption of the Constitution of the Slovak Republic, and also at the celebration of the Armed Forces Day. Glad to see you all here with us. We were preparing the event together with Colonel Klima, Slovak Defense Attaché, and his office, and I would like to thank him for this. I thank you.
Değerli milletvekilleri, hükümet mensupları, bakan yardımcısı Sayın Faruk Kaymakçı, meslektaşlarım, hanımefendiler ve beyefendiler. Salgının neden olduğu 3 yıllık aradan sonra Slovakya Cumhuriyeti Anayasası'nın kabulünün 30. yıl dönümü ve Silahlı Kuvvetler Günü kutlamalarımıza sizleri ağırlamaktan ve hepinizi aramızda görmekten büyük mutluluk duyuyorum. Etkinliği Slovak Savunma Ateşesi Albay Klima ve ofisiyle birlikte hazırladık. Bunun için kendisine ve ofisine çok teşekkür ediyorum.
This time of year is rich of days important for history of Slovakia and the Slovaks. Adoption of a constitution, 1st of September 1992. And Armed Forces Day, it's related to September 1848. But also Slovak National Uprising, 29th August 1944. Then first session of Slovak National Council in September 1848. Or invasion of forces led by the Soviet army into former Czechoslovakia on 21st August 1968, which we do not celebrate, but we do remember. We also have in mind values and principles that are anchored in it. Respect for international law, democratic government, human rights and freedoms, sovereignty, territorial integrity. This is the legal backbone of modern Slovakia. These principles and values are not given and must be defended. They unfortunately are being denied to many other nations, including to our eastern neighbor Ukraine. Slovakia, as a staunch supporter of and a donor to Ukraine, strongly welcomes support of Turkey for Ukraine, as well as efforts to mitigate the consequences of the aggression on peoples living in other parts of the world. We remember Turkey's support for our NATO membership, and being an ally means a lot to us. I'm deeply convinced that Turkey also belongs to the European family. Given our own experience, EU membership is a matter of choice, a matter of political decision, and of an adaptation process. Slovakia, of course, supports enlargement of space of peace, democracy, stability, and prosperity. Relations between Slovakia and Turkey are traditionally friendly. Our interest is to develop our cooperation further, including parliamentary, governmental levels, trade, economy, and science in the months to come. With Deputy Foreign Minister, we met in April in Bratislava, where he held political consultations with Slovak partners. Cooperation between our nations takes place on a daily basis. Here I would like to thank Dr. Abdullah Sert from the Ministry of Health and Deputy Minister Kajmakci for their last week effort to secure relevant treatment for a little Slovak girl who was in a life-threatening condition. To announce that these weeks and months we are bringing living Slovak art and culture to Turkey under the heading Days of Slovak Art and Culture. Already in August, the performer Silvia Svitikova introduced Slovak modern dance as a part of the International Dance Festival Solo in Ankara. Contemporary dance performance art will also visit Istanbul and Ankara at the end of September, presented by the dance group Debris Company and their phenomenal performance Wow. Modern visual art will be presented by painter and conceptual artist Jan Triashka. He will leave a set of large paintings in Ankara, which he will personally paint in an Ankara gallery. We will offer audience-appealing theater art to visitors of an Ankara museum in the form of a specific exhibition, Theater do Deskej, in which we will present contemporary Slovak theater through scenic installations, costumes, puppets, scenography, and large-scale panels. Even today, in the corridor, you may have noticed some items visually outlining Slovak shapes and colors. And when it comes to taste of Slovakia, well, you may find out some this evening too in a liquid form. So welcome again, enjoy the evening, and I would like to ask Mr. Deputy Minister, Mr. Faruk, for his words too.
Armed Forces Days of Slovak Nation. As Jan mentioned, we are allies, and we did not hesitate a single minute to see Slovakia in NATO, and I was also very happy to hear what Jan said tonight, and this is actually what we want to hear from our other European friends and allies. fair treatment in the EU process, and also encouragement for Turkey to make progress towards EU accession, because we all belong to the European family. Sometimes we get upset when we see European leaders mentioning, recent candidate countries, but not to mention Turkey in this process. We have excellent relations with Slovakia at the UN, at NATO, and you might be surprised how so-called little Slovakia is creating, heavy footprint in diplomacy. And I was lucky to work with special representatives such as Yankubis in Iraq, in Libya, and also our good friend Miroslav Lajčák, now focusing on the Balkans. So we do appreciate these very peaceful efforts of Slovakia at international relations, and we believe that we should do everything possible to make peace at home and peace in the world. So, I already mentioned, how much we appreciate Slovakia's principal support to Turkey's EU accession process. Meanwhile, we are trying to further, develop our relations in all fields. We have already reached $1.7 billion of trade volume, but that is not sufficient. I think we should have maybe some sort of institutionalized mechanism to increase our trade investment level. So we hope to have this JETCO mechanism to be established as quickly as possible, as I also proposed during my recent consultations in Bratislava. And we see there is a huge potential to increase especially our cooperation in energy field. And I was really surprised to see how much, Slovakia, but also how much, some other countries, some other European countries, including Turkey, dependent on the Russian gas and oil. In some countries, it's 100%. So I think this is why we need to increase our economic, energy, transport, connectivity cooperation. We hope that we can have more exchanges with Visegrad 4 countries, which are now led by Slovakia during its term of presidency. And we are also glad to see that the number of Slovaks coming and visiting Turkey this year has already tripled. So from 37,000 before the pandemic, now it's more than 110,000. So we hope to see more Slovaks coming and visiting Turkey. And also I am encouraging many Turkish students to go to Slovakia for Erasmus Jean Monnet studies, and their number is not less than 1,200 so far, and we have received, interestingly, 333 Slovaks. This is a good number, but we should immediately change it. We should increase the number, and we want to see more Slovaks coming and studying in Turkey. So congratulations on your Constitutional Day, congratulations on your Armed Forces Day, and happy National Day, if I may say. Thank you.